Hello children, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing fine. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to start a new chapter from your Mastering Grammar book, and this is the beginning of your final syllabus, the syllabus that we are going to cover in your final term examination. So yes, chapter 11, page 58, modals, right? So now children, we have already learned about some auxiliary verbs, right? When we were learning about verbs, when we were learning the chapter, when we were studying about the chapter verbs, I had told you there that auxiliary verbs are verbs which can act as main verbs, or it can help the normal verbs, the regular verbs, right? Regular or irregular verbs. So now children, you will know that modals are also a kind of auxiliary, okay, auxiliary verb that will be helping the main verb to mean something, okay. It will help to complete the meaning. Let's see. Now first, opening with the definition, let's write the definition which is already in your book. Modals or modals auxiliaries are verbs. Definitely they are verbs only. So are verbs that are placed before ordinary verbs. And express. What will they help you to do? It will express permission, possibility, necessity, ability, and suggestion. Yes. So let's see. One sentence is there, then I will be giving you own sentences. So Rita can go to school tomorrow. Okay. So see here, can. This word can is actually used before this main verb go, and Rita is our noun. So can is telling us the possibility that Rita can go. So it's telling us about the possibility of the, like, of her will to go. So here can is our modals, right? Modals. Now here can indicates the possibility of Rita going to school, as I said. Some examples of modal verbs or modal auxiliaries are as follows: can, could, may, might, shall, will, would, much, and ought to. Now there are these features of pink boxes there, you know, like in every chapter there is a summary, there is a gist. So modals are verbs. Yes, you should not mistake them as any other parts of speech. You should know that they are verbs. They come before main verbs, like here this main verb was go and can was used before the main verb go. They express permission. Yes, they will be seeking permission, possibility, chances, ability, one's ability, and necessity, certainty, and suggestion. Modals do not change according to the number of person of the subject. So you should know that it will not depend on the person. That means it will not depend on first person, second person, or third person. Neither it will depend on subject. Okay, on the person of the subject. So now example: I can type very fast. See, I is our first person. You is the second person. Can type very fast. He is the third person. He can type very fast. So we cannot add ing to these modals, ing or ed forms. So can does not become canned or canning, will not become, okay. Now negative sentences with modals are formed by adding not or the contracted form n apostrophe t. I cannot run very fast, I can't run very fast. Now main modals and their usage. So we will be learning about some main verbs and how they are used to express what. Okay. So let's get started. I hope you understood the definition and examples as well. Okay. Now see, first one is can or could. Can and could. Okay. So there are lots of ways in which we use can and could. There are these ways written here. Number one, express ability or capacity. If you say I can do it, yes, so that means you are saying that you have the ability to do a task, right? To do a task, I can cross the river. When I was young, I could cross the river. So it's actually in past. That's why we use it. Obviously, we will use could and not can. So past tense for can is could. Now, seek and grant permission. Like if you want to ask someone something, you want to take permission, then you can use can. Like, can I go now? Yes, you can go. See, I took permission. Can I go now? I want to go. Can I go? Now the permission is being given. So we are granting permission. We are giving permission. Yes, you can go. Could you send me the documents? So it's a request. It's in past tense. For seeking permission in an informal letter, can is used. Could is used in an extreme situation and while being very polite. Yes, for formal letters we can use could, but in informal letters you can use can. You already know what is informal letter and what is formal letter. Formal letters are written to authorities, organizations like your school, okay. And with informal letters, you know, with to friends and to relatives, to family members, we write what? Informally. So now third one, express possibility. Okay, so he can come today. He can come today. There is a possibility that he might come. He can come. He could come today. In past, we are going to use could and not can. Now to express an offer or a suggestion. So if I am giving any offer, I am suggesting something, you can leave your books with me. So it's a suggestion, it's choice. You can or you cannot. I could drop you to school. So it's like an offer. Yes, that I can drop you. I could drop you. Here are some more examples. I can make omelette all by myself. You can go for a movie with friends. She can invite us today. So there is a possibility, chances. Now with this, we have our first exercise. Fill in the blanks with can or could. In some sentences, both can and could may be used. Yes, you should know that in some sentence, you can either use could or you can use can. So let's see number one. We have an exercise, page number 59. Number one. Mother, okay, so I am not writing the question, children. Mother dash I have bread and butter for breakfast. So it's in informal sense, can I, okay, because we are talking to mother, so it can be can only, so can. Number two. She said that as a little girl, she dash do those exercises with ease. So now she's talking about her past. She's talking when she was a child. So she could do it. Now she cannot. Okay. So she could. We are going to use could and not can. Number three. The driver asked the passerby, dash you please tell me the way to the station. Okay. Can you please tell me? Okay. See here. Because you will learn that in narration, like in when you are in direct or indirect speech, the outer part, that means the part which is not quoted, can be in past, but the main thing can be in present. So can is the present part of could. I am not sure, but I think he dash come today. He can come today. So there is a possibility he can come today. can take a rickshaw. Okay, so we are done with exercise A. Now let's move to may and might. Okay, where to use, how to use. I hope you are done with this, children. Now we can move with may and might. Okay, let's see how it is used. They are mostly used in formal situations. Yes, like can and could have been used in both the situations, but may and might are used in formal situations, like when you are dealing with your authorities or with the people who are not your family members, relatives. Seek or express permission, like may I come in? You may come in. So we are seeking. Seeking means trying to get permission, and expressing or granting permission. You may come in. He said that I might go in. So might is the past tense of may. When you are trying to mean something in past, when you are referring to the past, then you are going to use might and not may. Okay, so he said that I might go in. Might is used as the past equivalent of may. I told you already. Express a chance or possibility. So if there is a chance for something or possibility for something, we can use may. It may rain tomorrow. It might snow tomorrow. Might is used when there is a weak possibility. Okay, so you know that when there are very rare chances of anything happening, possibility, so you use might and not may. When there is strong chance, like when there is like strong tendency or strong possibility, then we use may and not might. Express an offer or suggestion. You may consult my doctor for your treatment. I might visit the farm before deciding to buy it. So express an offer or suggestion. May is also used to express wishes, hopes and prayers, like may all your wishes come true. We do that, right? When we are wishing for someone's health, for prosperity, for happiness, we usually use may. So may you lead a healthy life. May God fulfill all your wishes. Now circle the appropriate words. We will see how we can use may or might. So exercise B now. This is also on page 59 only. Number 1. Circle the appropriate words. The baby is crying. It dash be hungry. Okay. So now see, there is a possibility that it might be hungry. So may or might. What do you think we can apply here? Yes, it may be hungry. Because things is happening in present. Now, number 2. He told me that he dash go to the party. He might go to the party because it's in the past. So might go in the party. And also there is some rare chances. For rare chances we can use might. 3. Wednesday dash be a holiday. Wednesday might be a holiday. Okay, so I think most suitable is may. May be a holiday. Wednesday may be a holiday. May or might you live happily ever after. So it's a wish and we are going to use may. May you live. Okay. She dash go to London soon. She, because there is a possibility. Okay. She might. Number 6. Roma consult a dentist today. May consult, not might. May consult a dentist. Number 7. You dash come and join the party. You may come. Number 8. May you achieve success. It's a wish. So may you achieve success. So here are your answers for exercise B. Yes. Now let's move ahead with 3. Will and shall. The modals will and shall are used to suggest, to promise, or to give some kind of assurance. Okay, like we will come to your wedding. So it's kind of what? It's kind of a promise, right? So yes, will be used here. You shall have a holiday tomorrow. Children, shall is used to express some chances, okay, to express some possibility. So suggest, express simple future. Yes, for simple future also we use will. We will need the money on her wedding. When shall we meet again? Then shall is used. Now sometimes we are often confused with shall and will. So we need to read this so that we understand where we are going to use shall. Shall is used to ask the will of a person addressed. Okay, if you want to ask about the will that means what you know as a wish. Okay, wish or willing. Will. So shall I buy you an ice cream? You are waiting for the person's will to buy them an ice cream or buy him an ice cream. Offer a suggestion. Shall we seek the help of experts? So if you are ready to take in suggestions, then you are going to use shall. Okay. Seek advice. What shall I do about it? If you want advice, you can use shall. Indicate obligation. Obligation here refers to your liability. Okay, so your members shall pay the membership fees regularly. So you are obliged to do something, you have to do something. Will is used. Now children, will be obviously different. Will express a much stronger opinion, suggestion that you are putting on someone. Yes, you are sure something is going to happen. Express decisions made or intentions expressed at the time of speaking. You are expressing your decision. Okay, like see, I will come back within an hour. You are sure you are going to come. You are going to express your surety. Predict. Then if you are going to predict, okay, that predict something is going to happen. You will be a great businessman one day. You are predicting, right? You are telling something about the future. Then formally announce some future event. So when you are in formal situation, when you are formally announcing, like the President of India will inaugurate the exhibition on Monday. Then number D, to indicate habits and characteristics. He will always have a cup of coffee after supper. So he always has it. So he will be having in future as well. Always, he have always coffee. He has this habit of drinking coffee or sipping in coffee. So a cup of coffee after supper he will. To express habit and characteristics. Now we have C. Let's do it. Three. Obviously this is will and shall. Okay. So number 1. This is on page number 60, exercise C. Okay. So dash I buy you a drink. So children, shall I, because it is asking for the person's will. Shall I buy you? I dash return after your will. Okay, I will return. 3. The chief minister will preside. So it's like formal addressal or announcement. That's why we are going to use will. The child is a genius. So it's predicting the future. Shall. For predicting. Okay, we have to use will for predicting future. Will. Okay, so again, dash I ask the police to help you find your purse. So it's asking. So shall I. Numbers. Okay, we do not have 6. So it's okay. We are done with exercise C. Now let's move ahead with should and would. Should is used as a past I hope you have finished this, children. Should or and would. Number 4. Okay, so yes, we are going to study about should and would. Should is used as a past equivalent of shall. Yes, whenever you're talking referring to the past, you can use should. He asked her whether he should buy an ice cream. To express duty or obligation. So when there is a duty, you can use should, that you have to do it. It's your duty. We should follow traffic rules. We should respect our national flag, like this. Then to express logical deduction. If you have pointed to something, if you have deduced, if you have taken out something, if you have thought of the result in a logical manner, if you have used your brain. So there is a huge traffic near the station. This is logic. Jack should be late for dinner. So there is like what a logical explanation or deduction that it can happen. So should. To suggest, to give advice or ask for suggestion or advice. So you should exercise regularly to be fit. Should be exercised regularly. To indicate probability, when there are chances, okay, how this thing can happen as well as that thing can happen. India should win the match against Australia because of the current situations, or because it has won in these situations in the past. So we can express a probability. Okay, children. Now let's move to would. Would is used as the past equivalent of will. It indicates past habits or characteristics. So when we were using will, we refer to the present habits and characteristics, but would will be expressing the past habits and characteristics or features of a person. So here see, would you please pass me the paper? Now also it can be used to request something, okay, politely request. So would you please pass me the paper? Now number D. Let's move to exercise D that follows after this explanation, that follows suit. Okay, now since you are interested in music, you dash join a music school. Yes, children. So it's a logical deduction because he or she is so good in music that she can join. So we are going to use should and not would. Okay. So number 1, should. Number 2. To express, okay, now India has scored above 300 runs, they would win the match, okay? Or yes, because what is it is doing? It is telling us the probability, so we are going to use should. With probability, we are going to use should because they have scored, and I'm not sure, so should will be used, and it's in past. So yes, to express probability, chances. Students dash obey their teachers. So yes, it's clear duty that they must obey. So should. Number 4. He told me he dash give me the iPod after repairing it. He would. Okay. So it is used as the equivalent of will because we are referring to past. Number 5. Dash you please lend me your pen. Would you please? It is a polite request. Would you please? Number 6. These medicines should or would be kept in the refrigerator. So it's like a suggestion. So we can write what? These medicines should be. Number 7. You apologize for your behavior. You should. Okay, it's a moral duty. You should. Number 8. Now, during this summer, my daughter dash be visiting me in London. During this summer, my daughter would. Yes, it's expressing the chances. Would. So children, we are done with exercise D as well. Should and would is done. Now let's move to must and ought to. Yes. Must is used to express strong obligation, that you must do it because it's your obligation, you are obliged to do it. So you must improve your handwriting. Yes, because it's obviously non-corrigible, not corrigible, so you can incorrigible, so you can improve, you must improve. Express a necessity, that you must do it. So the country must assure education for all. This is a necessity, very important. Ought to is used to express moral duty. So you ought to help the poor and the needy. See, no one is going to force you to do it, but you must do it, or you should do it because it's the right thing to do. Yeah. Ought to means here should, it's a replacement for should also. Express probability. This book ought to be very useful. The project ought to benefit all. Now see, let's move to E. Exercise E. Let me not rub the board and just add it here only. So we are talking about must and ought to. E number 1. This is on page number 61. You dash put in a lot of hard work for your exam. Okay. So necessity. Yes, you need to. So you see children, sometimes we not get confused. You can also use must here because we are telling it's strong obligation, otherwise the person will fail. So yes, must, necessity. So must, you must, it's a necessity. Number 2, you dash take care of your old parents. So this is a moral duty that you have to take care of your old parents. So ought to, you ought to take. Number 3, we dash keep our locality clean. So it's our moral duty, that's why we are going to use ought to again. You ought to. Indian government must ensure that every person has access to drinking water, because drinking water is necessity, children. Yes, it's very important, it's necessary. We dash switch off lights when we are not using them. So we ought to, because no one is going to force you to do it, but you ought to do it because it's your duty, or it's kind of important. You dash abide by the rules and regulation of the school. Must, you must abide by. Yes, it's your obligation that you must oblige. Okay children, now let's move ahead with next thing that we need to do. Apart from these, there are other modals like must be, must have been, can't be, which help to express deduction. So what we have decided, or what we have deduced, what we have made out of the logical information. It is past 6 o'clock. Swati must have reached home by now. The fire brigade reached late. The building must have been in ashes by then. It can't be John since he is in school at this time. So now children, we have exercise F. It's summarizing whatever we have learnt. So we are going to understand better whether we had learned it or not. So let's finish this exercise. F. Page 61, number 1. He is so intelligent that he dash read at the age of 3. He could read. Number 2. You dash take my umbrella in case it rains. You may. Number 3. It is almost dark outside. Dash we start our journey now. Should we start? Okay. So it's actually asking for suggestion. So should we. Number 4. It will be in capital because it's in the beginning. Dash I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your pen? Okay, you are asking permission. Number 5. You seem to have lost your way. Dash I help you? May I help you? It's a polite way of asking or offering something. So may I help you? Okay, so when may is not there, children, we can use sh. Here, shall I help you? Because shall is there. I dash be a teenager at the end of this month. I will be a teenager. He is sure, obviously, he knows about it. Number 7. You dash be ashamed yourself for driving so recklessly and also killing a passerby. You ought to, because it was, you should be. Okay, so you ought to. Number 8. Since there was heavy traffic, Jane said that she dash be late for the party. She might be late for the party. There is a rare possibility that she can be late. They dash be away for a month, but I am not sure. They might be. Must cannot be used here, children. Might will be used. Might be. Number 10, the last one of this exercise. You dash leave now. You may. Yes, children. So we are done with this final exercise of this chapter, and we are done with this exercise as well. I hope you understood it. If not, we are definitely going to learn it better in our online classes. Okay, children, so we will meet again with another video lesson on your next video, in your next video class. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye bye.